Don't be too quick to judge. Sometimes your biased opinion can betray you from seeing the underlying truth. Your assumptions and judgments could lead you into the sinking sands of criticism. Let me share a story with you about two eager men that aspired to climb the oh-so-sought-after corporate ladder. One man, always determined to get an early start on the day. First in, last out, you could say. Always willing to push himself just a little bit further to keep him one step ahead of all the rest. Another man, also a very hard worker, had a strong passion for the job and a willingness to push his innovation to the next level. One morning, the first in, last out man noticed his colleague was always coming in at 7:30 a.m. He thought to himself that this man will never make it anywhere in this company if he wasn't willing to get an early jump on the day like himself. Always getting in the office at 6 a.m. ready to go. He shook his head in disappointment and put his nose back down to the grind. A few weeks later, he saw the same colleague taking a walk at lunch. He made a rude comment about the man and said, "He thinks breaks and playing in the sun is going to get him ahead in life? Good luck." As he finished his lunch at his desk and went back to work. A few months went by, and now both men were up for the same promotion. The first in, last out man knew that he had it in the bag. He thought there was no way that this slacker was going to get this job over him. He worked too hard to see it taken from someone who had no personal drive. After the interviews were finished and the final decision was made, to the man's surprise, he did lose that promotion to the so-called slacker. In his frustrations, he went to confront the man. He walked up to him and let him have it. He said, "Every day I'm in here earlier than you. I eat my lunch at my desk while you take walks in the sun. I'm always working late hours and trying to get ahead. I'm so frustrated day in and day out. I can hardly keep my eyes open and the stress just keeps piling on. And you land this job ahead of me? It's not fair." The other man paused for a moment and then replied, "Let me share something with you. A long time ago, I used to be just like you, working my fingers to the bone, staying late, giving up so much to get ahead, until I finally realized that my greatest work didn't come from pushing harder and harder. It came from finding balance in life, the type of balance that keeps the mind in a state of focus and innovation. To do that, I had to change my habitual habits. I created a morning routine. I wake up at 5 a.m. and meditate for an hour to clear my mind. Then I jump on my row machine for another 15 minutes to work on my physical body. At lunch, I find it's great to step away from my work to reset the subconscious mind, get the creative juices flowing again. At the end of the day, I feel enjoying the present moment with my family is the real reason I work in the first place. Once I did all this, I started to realize that the job became easier. I didn't have to work so hard to find the success in it. My mind was clear, and my imagination fed my creativity. See, sometimes in life, we find ourselves quick to judge. Some battles have been fought and won before us, and the lessons can be eye-opening. We may think that one way is better than the other, but without understanding the other side of the story, we may never learn or observe something new from another perspective. If we don't open our minds to a different possibility, we could find ourselves creating an environment that weakens the spirit and slows our momentum. This is your life, and this one you only get to live once. So be open to learn from the people around you, and don't be too quick to judge if the lesson isn't what you expected.